Hi guys, my name is Tasha Catron and I'm with the Stark County Health Department with Safe Kids Stark County. And today I get to talk to you about pedestrian safety. And I get to read one of my favorite books to explain it to you. So we're going to read Clifford Takes a Walk. So let's see how Clifford practices safe walking. Hi, I'm Emily Elizabeth. This is my dog, Clifford. And these are some of my classmates. We're waiting for it to be safe for us to cross the street so we can start our school day. Our teacher, Miss Tate, has a treat for us today. This is Miss Patel from Safe Kids. Miss Tate tells us she knows everything about road safety. We're going to go on a field trip with a surprise ending. On our way, Miss Patel is going to help us practice the rules of being a safe walker. Everyone is excited, especially Clifford. Miss Patel goes over the safe walking tips with us before we leave. How to be a safe walker. 1. When crossing the street, it's always a must to walk along with an adult you trust. Number 2, look left, right, left, and meet the driver's eye to make sure you're noticed before you cross by. Number 3, it's best not to cross in the middle of the block. Go to the corner and use the crosswalk. Number 4, it's up to you to make the right call. Don't dart in the street to chase that ball. And last but not least, number 5. Whenever you walk, it's important that you look for cars that are turning and backing up too. So we have 5 rules for being a safe walker. Miss Tate tells us to find a walking partner. I choose Clifford. Then she tells us that we are going to make a few stops on the way to help out with our surprise. I can't wait to find out what it is. What's the number 1 rule of being a safe walker? Miss Patel asks before we leave. We all know this one. When crossing the street, it's always a must to walk with an adult you trust. Did you know that rule? Good. We are walking on the sidewalk when Clifford sees his friend Buster across the street. He is so happy that he runs into the road to say hi. Clifford! We all call out. It's not safe to run into the road. That's right, Miss Patel says as Clifford comes back. Does anyone remember the next rule? I do. Look left, right, left, and meet the driver's eyes. Make sure you notice before you cross by. Miss Patel says, I did a great job. Our first stop is the grocery store. The clerk hands Mrs. Tate a bag. I wonder what's in the bag. Is everyone ready to go? Miss Patel asks the class. Yes, we say. Clifford is so excited that he keeps wagging his tail back and forth. But when we come to a street corner, we all stop, even Clifford. Who remembers what rule we're following? Miss Tate asks. My friend Sam raises his hand. It's best not to cross in the middle of the block. Go to the corner and use the crosswalk. This is our next stop, Miss Tate announces as we come to a sports store down the block. I wonder what she needs to get here, I whisper to Clifford. He sniffs the ground for clues. The clerk hands Mrs. Tate 2 shopping bags. She gives 1 bag to Nate and 1 bag to Rosa to carry. Don't look inside those bags, Miss Tate says. You don't want to ruin your surprise. Those bags look pretty heavy. Just then, Nate accidentally drops his bag. A yellow rubber ball rolls into the street. Clifford wants to play with the ball, so he runs after it. Clifford, no! I cry. Remember the rule? It's up to you to make the right call. Don't dart in the street to chase that ball. Great job, Emily Elizabeth, Miss Patel says. Our last stop is across the street at the pet store. Who knows what to do when you come to a corner without a traffic light? Miss Patel asked. Before anyone could answer, Cliff smells something and puts out his paw to cross the street. Clifford, stay here, we yell. Whenever you walk, it's important that you look for cars that are turning and backing up too. That's right, Miss Patel says after Clifford is back on the sidewalk. At the pet store, the clerk hands Mrs. Tate one last bag. Are we going to find out what the surprise is now, I asked. Very soon, she says. After a few minutes, we reach another corner. There's a lot of traffic, but no traffic light. We wait and we wait for the cars to stop. Miss Patel, when will all those cars stop so that we can cross the street for our surprise? Gabriel asked. Suddenly, Clifford notices something in the grass, and he starts sniffing. Of course, says Mrs. Tate. There's supposed to be a stop sign here. It must have fallen over. Stop signs are big and red, says Mrs. Patel. They act like a red light, so drivers know they have to stop when they see one. But without the stop sign, how will the cars know that they have to stop? Just then, Clifford picks up the stop sign with his mouth and walks over to the corner. Great idea, Clifford, Miss Patel says. Now that big red Clifford is holding a big red stop sign, the drivers know exactly what to do. The driver of the delivery truck stops, and everyone can safely cross the street. Clifford saved the day. Welcome to your surprise picnic lunch in the park, Mrs. Tate says. You are now all super safe walkers, especially Clifford, Miss Patel says. We eat lunch and play with toys from the sports store. There's even yummy treats for Clifford. This is the best surprise field trip ever.